All right, let's take a look at study link 5.7, lattice multiplication. And I think this is one that won't be too tough because we've done this before. But we are going to use the lattice method. And this is a lattice. And first we have 1 digit times 2 digits. So we have a lattice with 2 boxes. And we simply line up the factors. So here we have 6 times 5, which would be 30. And we have 5 times 4, which would be 20. And then we have our places. So diagonally, we have our ones place, and our tens place, and our hundreds place. So this first one again is very simple. 0 in the ones place, that just comes down. 3 plus 0 in the tens place would be 3. And then 2 is alone in the hundreds place. So our answer is 230. The next one, again, we've got 67 times 8. And hopefully you know 7 times 8 is 56, and 6 times 8 is 48. And then again, we've got diagonally ones, tens, hundreds. And then we can add, and 6 is by itself in the ones place, and 8 plus 5 is in the tens place, and that is going to give us 13, but we carry the 1 over to the hundreds place, and 1 plus 4 is going to give us 5, and our answer is 536. And the next couple you should be able to handle on your own. Let's just look quickly at the 2 digits times 2 digits here. So now we have 4 boxes to fill in, and we're going to have 25 times 31. Just a quick note here, you just line things up. So 5 times 3 goes in this box, 5 times 1 goes in this box. But if you have a single digit, let me show you what I mean. So hold on, 5 times 3 is 15. You got that part. Here we have, in this box, it's going to be 1 times 5, which is 5. But you need to write the 5 as 0, 5. Same thing over here is 1 times 2, and you need to write that as 0, 2. And the rest of that you can do on your own. And let's look at this other one real quick. 49 times 52. So you've got your factors, fill in the products. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 times 5 is 20. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 4 is 8. And now we have 4 places. So there's ones place, tens place, hundreds place, and the thousands place. So then we add before, like we have in, let's see, 8 just comes down. Here we have 5 plus 1 plus 8. That's going to give us 14, and the 4 stays in the tens place, and the 1 goes to the hundreds place, and that's 5, and that's 2, and there's your answer, 2,548. Now the next bit says use the lattice method and the partial products method for this one. And the first thing you need to do is draw your own lattice. It is not that difficult. We have 2 digits times 2 digits. Simply draw a box. Let me give myself some more space here. So draw a box, and I have 2 digits times 2 digits. And then you want your lines going diagonally to the left. So it won't look as neat as the ones they've given for you, but it will be good enough. And then you can just go ahead and put your numbers in and go for it. But I think you can do this part. I want to try partial products because we need to review that. So let's do partial products. And I'm going to write it very neatly. And you can go in any order you want. But remember, you'll have 4 products here, 4 partial products. So first I'll do 8 times 4 gives me 32. Then I will do 8 times 80, which gives me 640. And now I have 70. 70 times 4 is 280. And this is where many people make this mistakes. 70 times 80. That is 5,600. And now simply add everything up, and I'll let you finish that bit of it, but that is how you do partial products. And of course, your 2 answers, whatever you get here and here, should be the same. If they're not the same, check your work and see what went wrong. And now finally, we need some decimal addition and subtraction. So let's look at this one, and it's a little bit trickier than before. But here's what our first one. And the key thing is line up the place values. The ones place should be lined up with the ones place. The tenths place should be lined up with the tenths place, and so on. And the simple way to do that is line up the decimal points. So as I write this very neatly, I should make sure the decimal points are lined up. Just like that. And now I add them together. And you can see there's nothing here, but that's okay. 7/100 plus nothing just goes like that. 6/10 plus 9/10 gives me 15/10, which we can move over just like that. Then this decimal point stays, and that would be my answer. And for the next one, again, just make sure your decimal points are lined up very neatly. And now I've got my places, yeah, my ones place, tenths, and now I can simply just go through and add, and I will get my answer. As long as your place values are correct, you should be okay. Now a couple subtractions. Same exact idea, line up the decimal points very neatly. And now you can just do subtraction like you normally would, but I'm going to do all of this stuff first. Trade first, and now I'm set. Okay, 7, 7, 3, 3. And the other one, for the 4th time, the most important thing is you line up the decimal points and do it very neatly. And now you're ready to do it, and I'll let you do the rest of that on your own. A little bit of a long one, but this is good review of things we've done before, and thank you for sticking with this video. Goodbye. Give me